Yeah, at CTAG, traditionally we started as an open web company because we saw that there was a massive opportunity to be able to deliver relevant ads in the open web. Over the years, we've seen that still a lot of the eyeballs attention is moving into the open web, but we've seen a huge rise on the connected TV environment. So we thought that was a perfect opportunity to expand into that territory, and that's why a few months ago we acquired Bitron in order to be able to access that inventory in the proper way. And today we're building technology to work on an omni-channel approach. So we want to understand both worlds in a way that they complement each other. Because actually the user experience is much more integrated. When you see the behavior of the consumers in the household, most of the time they're watching connected TV while they're scrolling on the open web. Right? So it's actually a combined experience what the consumer is going through. So we believe that through the CTEC technology and through the power of LIS, we can develop models and artificial intelligence that is able to maximize that combined experience. And it's in this sense why we decided to build a neurocontextual technology over the last couple of years. Because when you think about contextual traditionally, it was mostly about classifying content and building a taxonomy. And we think that that was okay in 2020, maybe. But now, with the power of artificial intelligence, we can go way beyond that. And neurocontextual is about that. It's not only about understanding a taxonomy, it's about understanding the interest, the emotion, and the intent of a user. And that from a privacy first approach. That's what we have today, and we're deploying that into both open web and connected TV in a more of omni-channel approach. And for example, in connected TV, you can see the power of the motion, right? So I was the other day watching Gladiator, and there are parts of the movie where you are like very excited, right? You want to fight, you're connecting with the fighter. But there are other parts of the movie where you're very sad, right? So they kill his family, and it's much more than proved through neuroscience that if you're able to match the ad with the emotional state of the consumer, that is going to deliver way superior performance. So with these emotional models, we're able to do that. We're able to match the ad with the emotional state. And then the intent model is another one that is a huge innovation for CTEC in the industry. Nobody else in the industry is doing intent-based targeting using the power of contextual. And what we do here is that we've learned to extract from the context the real intent of the user. And this is not about like a taxonomy. It's like, if you think about like automotive, there are many articles that are speaking about automotive. And in an IB taxonomy, you're going to target automotive. But if you compare an article where you're reading about the last Formula One race, and if you compare an article where you're reading about the top features of the latest SUV, the intent level of the user is much higher on the second one compared to the first one. The second one is probably on a journey to buy a car. The first one is just entertaining. And we've been able to build models that are delivering an intention score that is basically classifying articles based on that point on the customer journey that we find them. So all this together build this neurocontextual approach, which is completely new in the industry. And yeah, it's one of the biggest innovations that we've seen around contextual in the industry for many years. Yeah, the company today is at a stage where we've reached some scale, right? So we're not a startup anymore. So we decided that it was the time to bring a CEO that is able to scale the company to the next level. I think Alberto and myself, we've been great entrepreneurial CEOs, and we've been great to take the company from zero to like more than 500 employees. I think for the next phase of the company, we believe that our people that are better equipped to keep scaling the company. And after a very long process, we found Brian Gleason, which we think is the perfect fit for the company. I think the combination of his experience and understanding of the industry with his experience also in more like scale companies and international companies like WPP or Criteo, I think gives him a unique position to maximize the growth of CTech in the coming years.